You will keep searching for answers outside of you unless you surrender to the wisdom of your body. Hi, my loves. My name is Isha, and I'm a feminine embodiment coach and Akashic Records healer. I help women heal their feminine lineage wounds through embodiment and spiritual healings. And today's episode is dedicated to my favorite topic, body wisdom. And before we begin, I wanted to share this quote that I came across just a few days back by Herman Hesse. It says, I've been, and I'm still a seeker, but I've ceased to question stars and books. I've begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. And this is exactly my journey. The biggest breakthrough in my life came when I woke up to the wisdom of my body. I realized until this point how disconnected I had been all my life, and why, no matter how many healing modalities I practiced, how many workshops and meditation sessions I attended, I always felt incomplete. The first day I experienced a full on conversation with my body, it felt like a stream of consciousness flowing through me. I still remember the exact moment. I was sitting on the floor, cross legged, doing my morning practice, and feeling completely lost. It was around 5 a.m. in the morning. And mind you, by this moment, by that time, I had been on my spiritual journey for over a decade. I tried everything: meditation, energy work, even flown across countries for retreats. But despite all of it, there was always this lingering feeling within me that something was still missing. Like I hadn't touched the core of what I was truly seeking. But then in that stillness, something unexpected happened that day. It first felt like my body wanted to move, not from the mind, not from a technique, but somewhere from deep within. And it wasn't me instructing my body to move. It was my body initiating the movement on its own. And as I surrendered and let it express however it needed to move, the tears started flowing through my eyes. Not because I was in pain, but because for the first time in my life, I felt complete oneness within myself. It just felt so sacred. It felt like such a deep connection that I was feeling through my body. I literally felt like my mind, body, and soul just became one. And I wasn't thinking about healing anymore or working on myself anymore. I was just feeling for the first time. I was living it. And I literally felt like as if my body whispered, "You are now safe to come back home." At that moment, and all the moments ever since, I felt like I was finally connected to the truth. Truth that actually resonates with me. The things I was realizing that day and the guidance I was receiving in that moment, it wasn't a guidance given by a teacher, or it wasn't written in a book, or it wasn't even me sitting in a healing session trying to get to a conclusion. It was my authentic voice speaking through my body. Everything just felt so embodied. Now, if it's that simple that all the answers lie within us, then why haven't we known this? Why is it not like effortless for us? The answer is simple. We have been taught and trained to listen to everyone but ourselves. We live in a world that glorifies pushing through exhaustion and ignoring our body's signals. We have been trained to choose what makes sense to our mind rather than what feels true. Just think about your childhood and remember how connected you were to your body back then as a little baby. You played outside, ran freely, cried when you got hurt. You laughed loudly without thinking about others. You were just fully expressing yourself, your emotions without any shame. But as we grew older, we learned to suppress our emotions and expressions. We were taught to value logic over intuition, to behave, to conform. Now, I'm not saying that we should throw tantrums as adults. What I'm saying is that in the process of growing up, we have numbed our bodies. We should have been taught to create this deep, sacred connection with the body, this deep, sacred connection to the priceless wisdom that lies within us. Because here's the truth: the body always knows. It remembers, it senses, it speaks. All we need to do is to learn to listen. Your body is your compass, the seed of your inner wisdom. Relationships that you have with people around you, they will shift. Seasons of life will change, but your body will stay with you till your last breath. It's a sacred vessel, a living, breathing guidance system that responds to people, places, circumstances around you. When something feels right, your body expands. When It doesn't. It contracts. This is not random. This is your body's language. Your body speaks through sensations, emotions, visuals, and inner knowing. This is your inner truth expressed through your body. Our work is to relearn how to interpret those messages. So, how can you start to tune into your body's wisdom? I'm going to give you here 3 points. The first point is sensations over logic. So, I want you to stop overriding your body's sensation with logic. Don't try to make sense. When there is a message coming through your body, you should surrender to it. The tightness that you feel in your chest before saying yes, that's not random. That feeling of lightness when you're around certain people, that's alignment. Just remember that your body reacts faster than your mind because it's very, very intuitive. It's deeply intuitive. The second point you should remember is that emotions are embodied messages. Now, the topic of emotions deserves an episode of its own. I'm going to do it. But right now, I want you to remember this. Emotions are not obstacles, they are messages. Example, anger may indicate a boundary violation in your life. Sadness sitting in you might be asking for its acknowledgement. So instead of pushing any emotions away, you have to feel where they live in your body and allow yourself to let them move through you. That's where your healing begins. Point number 3 is pay attention to fatigue, tension, any physical symptom. You must honor your body's needs and its current state. Your body is also continuously communicating with you through physical issues like tight hips, gut issues, fatigue, or any kind of tension in the body. And also, these symptoms are not just physical, they can be emotional, they can be energetic, and sometimes they can even be spiritual. The more you'll listen to them, the more you'll begin to understand the language of your body. Now, to truly master the language of the body, you need to bring in the feminine approach to this process. So in feminine approach, the act of listening to the messages that are coming through your body is an act of devotion. So this way of connecting with your body is not about biohacking or data tracking. It's about presence. It's about awareness. For example, you can ask yourself right now, where am I in this moment? What am I feeling? And slow yourself down enough to hear the whispers and let your body become sacred again by applying the feminine principle of listening into your life. I want to give you a short journaling exercise so that you can start creating a basic relationship with your body. The first question that you need to ask yourself is, when you think about your body, what is the first thing that you feel? What's the first feeling that comes on the surface? Do you feel love, appreciation, and reverence? Or do you feel judgment, shame, and disconnection? And if you feel disconnected, you have to ask yourself further, when was the first time I felt disconnected from my body? When was the first time that I experienced this disconnection? And just sit with it. And then pause and place one hand on your heart, the other on your womb. Close your eyes and just feel what comes up in the moment. Right now, you don't need to fix it. You just need to feel it and just listen to it. Now, in the end, I just want to leave you with this. Your body has been with you through it all. It holds your truth. It holds your wisdom. It's not separate from your spiritual path. It is the path. Your body is the path. And if you're ready to rebuild this sacred connection, this is your sign. If you want, you can start with my free morning feminine embodiment audio that I will add in the description box. Just practice it every morning, connect to your body using this audio, and let it gently guide you back home. Your body is not waiting for somebody else. It is waiting for you. So start creating this deep, sacred connection with yourself and begin your journey of embodiment. And I'll see you in the next video.